I gotta say, Ethan announcing this video by saying a nuke is imminent during like a time of possible World War III nuclear war. That's like chef's kiss, I gotta say. But I've been so intrigued by this video. It is finally out. Let's take a look. Here we go.
Hi there. My name is Ethan Klein.
Not the watch,
and my favorite
dude.
hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you.
If that's real money, that's illegal. By the way, just saying. All right, I'm a big fan of Ethan. I'm not trying to like talk shit on him, but hey, no, that's illegal. Also, I love the watch. That was a nice touch. If you didn't understand the watch reference, it's he's not a very big spender, but he has a thing for watches apparently, and that's an argument that's used against him. So he's just flexing his newest, coolest watch.
Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney.
Classic H3 comedy. I love it, dude. Here we go.
Let me tell you guys a story.
All right, tell me.
About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video.
That's what I'm gonna do with Ethan's video. I'm just kidding. No, I have a way cooler thumbnail. Well, I don't know if it's cooler than Ethan's, but I'm really proud of my thumbnail. You guys already saw it because you clicked on it. I like that thumbnail. I made it myself.
What Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video.
Understandable.
A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical.
Okay, I'm obviously the reaction guy. I totally agree with what this guy's saying. That probably sounds weird, but I look at it like this. Hey, I always ask people, I'm not asking H3 if I can do this video, but all my shorts and everything, we typically ask people permission. Hey, can we react to your video or some of your videos? And if they say yeah, then we do it. If they don't say anything, we don't do anything. If they say no, we don't do anything. Okay, that's just the way it is. So I always see it as everyone has their own way of seeing how all this stuff works. Some people don't like it when people react to their videos. I don't react to their videos. And I know not to react to their videos because I fucking asked.
Nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, you know, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission.
Yeah, I understand.
Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry because why should these content thieves essentially get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and this just... But
sometimes the bigger creator that reacts to something sends a ton of traffic over to the smaller creator, and in some cases, which there's so many examples I could provide, create careers for people. Just saying.
We all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects, called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care?
This is so what's about to happen, all right? It's like, it's so clippable, and it was actually kind of a really good example from XQC saying, dude, I'll just do something stupid and that would be content. And it's actually a legendary clip. Check this out.
At all so about funny. Like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
I disagree.
Well, it flat out doesn't.
Yeah,
because
but
that's fair.
1 hour later.
Watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, and then watch your pride.
Okay, so he was crashing out during this moment, and Ethan was having fun, and this is a good, you know, W moment for Ethan. However, much to I think Ethan's surprise, maybe he didn't realize this is like such a memeable moment that XQC did manufacture. He kind of made a point here. I think the point was missed by Ethan, but Ethan still got a good clip and made his point regardless. Anyways, it's interesting. Watch.
Watch your prime content.
Do it for a week.
Do
a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get.
It's crashing out so bad.
Okay, sure.
There we go. And then Ethan says,
I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least.
it's
The
true.
ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't
It's
I
a
think
good
of that
point,
first?
though. Honestly,
I kid XQC.
I think it's a good point from XQC because that got clipped and shipped so hard. That went so viral. He content farmed it.
But he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism,
Right.
he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse. Now, ironically, after this debate and in the
Denims.
wake of this large conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of
Hassan?
fair use with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom or to eat or to talk to his mom or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time and leaves the video playing for his chair.
I would never do that personally as a reaction YouTuber. And I take things so seriously. We have a whole system for getting permission and crediting. And it's, we try and do the most ethical reaction videos that you can, but in a lot of cases, we legally wouldn't even have to ask for permission, but we do it anyways, because we just want to do it ethically. So leaving a stream and then go and taking a big 20-minute shit and just letting someone else's video play, I don't agree with that one bit.
Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area around the main airport in Sana. Then this.
Do not
Look at this pattern. He gets up the exact same way every time. I don't know. That looks funny to me. I'm just overanalyzing
Well,
it.
I've been thinking.
Mr. Chair. It's old Mr. Chair.
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea.
Uh-oh.
What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist? They couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just...
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now the thing is,
he's saying that he made this video as a trap to convince people that he doesn't like to react to it so he could sue them. That's some supervillain shit, first of all, but that's going to be a difficult lawsuit unless he's got something up his sleeve that we're not aware of.
there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement.
And just to give some background, if anybody would know, it would be Ethan, actually. So I'm actually intrigued because he wouldn't just do this. He's not a noob when it comes to lawsuits. He wouldn't, because okay, you put out a video and it's a trap and you're going to sue people. Something else is going on. Ethan, if you don't know, Ethan is like the OG precedent setter for fair use on YouTube. Years ago, I can't remember the guy's name, but I think he was a pizza delivery guy. He used to do these parkour videos where he would do parkour and then in the most cringiest way possible, pick up some chick. And it's all written and directed by him, and he just pays some chick in LA to, do whatever he tells them to. And he made these cringe videos on YouTube. And Ethan, back in the old days, old H3 Productions days, made fun of this guy, and the dude sued him. I can't remember his name, but I have the shirt that they sold because I was following that case, and I bought the fucking shirt after he won because I was like, yes, dude. It set such a good precedent. Fair use is fair use. So you can a lot of YouTube that exists today is because of that precedent that Ethan Klein set. But that's interesting because he was on the other side of the argument. So now he's on the side of argument of copyright infringement. This is interesting. Let's see where we're going with this.
Infringement. For example, Denims sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the card.
Market substitutes. Okay, this is where the legal argument is coming together. They are, with intent, siphoning viewers from the original video. And he has evidence showing just that, starting here on this subreddit, but he's not suing the subreddit.
Cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So
this is some super villain ass shit. Ethan Klein, bro. That's wild. This is so satisfying. There's got to be more to it though. There's got to be more to this argument and why it's going to work, because it's still not quite strong enough.
Thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement, but how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out
that is pretty definite. Like more would be better. And I'm pretty sure there's more. Oh my God. Matter of law. Hold on. I'm changing shirts. It's kind of tight. I feel like a big juicy olive.
And if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried. Denims, the queen of self-owning, you prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well,
that's fucking genius. I mean, it's basic protocol, to be honest, but it's with this trap, that's fucking genius. The only thing, I'm not that versed with legal stuff, okay? But I'm guessing that lawyers opposing this, so whatever lawyers that these people that are getting sued choose, one of the arguments might be entrapment, like they were entrapped. And he's admitting that it's a trap, but I don't think that's gonna hold up against like they literally like the legal precedent of, you know, stealing his video. This is wild.
Happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating, even though theoretically.
Oh my God. They're going to pretend like this is no big deal. They're going to be so arrogant. They're going to pretend this is no big deal. There's no way. They sweating on the inside, but everyone getting sued is sweating because he's got, okay, he's going to pick out of all the people that reacted, because tons of people reacted to it. I was going to, but I decided not to because I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to watch that kind of stuff or not. But I just wanted to cover this because it's too powerful for me. I literally have a matter of law shirt from Ethan's first lawsuit, okay? All right, I've been around a minute. I think what he's doing is targeting the most easy to win creators that are part of the campaign against him. Okay, so if you're not aware, Ethan Klein and Hassan used to be friends. They had a show they called Leftovers, and it's I know this is more of a righty channel, but they, you know, and I never really watched much of Leftovers because mostly Hassan. I can't stand that fucking guy. But you know, it's a big lefty show. It basically, Ethan is Jewish, Hassan is Muslim, or I'm not sure what his religion is, but he's, you know, like they're opposing they're magnets. And yeah, I kind of feel like that was just destined to blow up from the start. And what caused it was the Hamas invading Israel and taking all those hostages and killing a bunch of people. That was like the spark that caused them to break up. And now because of that, a lot of creators have like picked a side because there's two huge creators. So other creators in their orbit have picked a side. It's gone even as far as to being a big campaign against Ethan Klein and his whole family. There's been a lot of crazy stuff they're saying and you know, calling CPS, like involving the family is crossing a line. So that's when Ethan decided to play this game a little bit differently. This is wild. So he's going after the people that were the easiest to fall for his trap, that have been campaigning against him and contributing to his family being harassed.
I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain.
Right.
People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite.
Fair
I
enough.
hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction
That is like so concrete, obvious theft. That is like purposely trying to harm the original video. She's obviously doing that. She's so emboldened to do it that she doesn't realize that's the wrong, like she's fucked by saying that. She's fucked. If he copyrighted the video beforehand and then documented all of these creators and these communities working to steal views from the original video, like on purpose to harm the original video, and not realize that the dude that's like the most sued dude on freaking YouTube, maybe it might be Mr. Beast. I think Mr. Beast is technically, but the most prominent would be H3 for sure. He's very comfortable in this space. He's been in a lot of different lawsuits, and the more lawsuits you're in, I always say this from experience, I've been in many myself, the more less stressful they get, because you know what to expect. You kind of understand how things work with evidence and things like that. And then when you start getting pretty good at it, you speak with good lawyers, they inform you with how law works. And then you start to know what they know because they're sharing it with you, because they're working on a case with you. So I have a lot of experience with this stuff, and I've gotten pretty comfortable. I know Ethan is comfortable as fuck in a legal environment. If he needs to do something, he's gonna do it, and here he is.
Content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him.
Yeah.
This is not a healthy
Legal
environment.
argument right there.
And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the three people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear
Denims.
that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All three are on this list. In fact, they're the...
I think they were targeted because they fit the criteria and they are part of the campaign to harass his family, and that they're fucking around and finding out right now that you shouldn't have fucked with Ethan's goddamn family.
only three, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please.
This is a man right here. This is a real man. You don't fuck with his family. This is so satisfying.
Who's sweating at home, guys? Kaceytron, the queen of ripping farts and bonglos.
Oh my god.
Musicals. They're very musical people.
That is literally all she
Are you being
does.
serious? Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
Frogan, who bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission?
Frogan. Okay, that's the three. Denims, Frogan, Kaceytron.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Evidence. All evidence. I bet they have so much evidence. He's been sitting there just gathering
Apparently
stuff.
thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing.
No, I don't think any of these creators have been in a lawsuit. I don't think Kaceytron, Frogan, or Denims have been in a lawsuit, and they don't know how to be careful to make sure that they're not going to get in trouble. This was a perfect trap for them. It's like a little sticky trap for a rat.
A Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happened?
And they were fucking talking.
And Denims, the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive.
There's so many more examples. This is one of the dumbest people on the internet. It is like comically bad, and I think anybody smart is not someone that would watch her. That your brain would melt. So everyone that's watching her has to be as dumb or dumber. This is one of the dumbest people I've ever seen on the internet.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's take a look at the complaints, and let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Kaceytron.
Oh my god, dude, it's like literally filed
to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
Oh no.
So we're gonna watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Kaceytron.
The picture they used. Oh no, that is that what they actually used that in the legal filing. That is so fucking funny.
Her little title, and here's Kaceytron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Kaceytron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow.
You're going way too hard. Yeah, you lost
the complaint continues. Indeed, Kaceytron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Kaceytron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions. At one point, Kaceytron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot." To give you an idea, the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
Oh, I got it.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
Archie, you have to edit this out. You have to blur it just like they blurred it.
Read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
Blur this. Blur it here. Haha, Archie, you have to do blurring.
He's read more
I'm messing with my editor.
than you could ever imagine.
Sorry, Archie.
What is happening? I'm trying
I love
to
this.
follow. I've lost
The Mountain
the
King
plot.
song. Hail to the Mountain King or wherever it is. What is that? A big bag? She's like smoking out of a bag? What the hell kind of... That's way more degenerate than me, dude. What is
They do
that?
musicals. They're very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this? I know there's so many. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
And as dumb as
Cheers,
all of that is,
Kaceytron.
this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
That's intent. That is clear intent. This is going to be so easy for him to win. Holy shit. He's not suing them for harassing his family and stuff because that's so hard to win. He's suing them in a different way that he can win, in a way that he understands. He understands this. That is intent. That is plotting to take views from the original video. That is so clear case of not fair use and intent of harming original video for own personal gain. It's worse than just stealing it. It's like saying, hey, don't support them, watch through me instead. That is crazy.
So we're gonna watch it. What the f is going on here?
And he copyrighted it first before publishing. Like, he did everything. Nobody does that with their YouTube videos. Okay? People just publish them. That's it. Nobody goes to the copyright office and copyrights them before publishing. That's wild. I mean, like Mr. Beast does, a lot of the bigger ones do, but like it's not very common amongst the majority of the community. That's just going to be for the absolute big leagues. So the fact that he went out of his way to do that, it really does prove that he he set an actual trap. He's not just saying that. He plotted this. That is so cool. I love that.
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content. Whoa, what was that?
Cheers.
Oh, sorry, that was a flying star. It almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys. Frogan.
What? Dude, he actually
Reaction
filed
by
these.
exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative?
No.
I guess the judge will decide.
Yeah,
She
I
said,
guess-
quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh.
Ethan knows. Oh, that's a really pause right there. But Ethan knows he's got this in the bag. He is so confident. He knows his confidence is you know, I got tricked by confidence YouTubers, the whole Carl Jobs versus Billy Mitchell thing. If you're familiar with that, I thought that was going to go the complete opposite way. Billy Mitchell won, like hardcore, absolutely destroyed Billy Mitchell in court. And the confidence of Billy Mitchell in his videos made me think that he was going to win. But I think this is different. This is somebody who has experience doing this and set a legal trap.
Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary
It'll
is so
cost you, though.
non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say, dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds? It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes. Like, what commentary do you want me to add by, like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, he's mentally ill, and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you gonna make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing." You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This
The
into your
smug
stomach.
look,
And
dude.
let me state the obvious. Jew and
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What
And they were
happens?
fucking talking about
Well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like you get up and you go to the bathroom. You just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right?
That's a
As
good legal
lazy and
argument.
pathetic as her reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued. This
Right.
is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And
it is.
thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the Nuke ethically? Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people, Reddit people. I came from the Itchy Snark Reddit. Ethan is so
Right,
pathetic
Snark
while
Reddit.
his son is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time. Exactly. We're gonna watch it live, yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated
There it is. I suggest you watch it through other people as well. Yes, that's intent. It's stated intent to harm the original video. Once again, so he's got Denims saying it. Now he's got Frogan saying it, and he has Kaceytron saying it. All of the legal argument is the exact same for all three. And that's the only thing he needs to win. Because that will prove that it's not fair use and they stole the video. And now she only has 500 viewers, but Denims gets a lot of viewers. I think it's because Frogan is not as good looking as Denims. That's probably why. They're both just as stupid.
malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look
They already
at this,
showed her
guys.
saying it
It's a
earlier.
nightmare on Denim Street.
Yeah.
Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denim Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denims. "We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the Nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it." That is very explicit. Denim
Definitive.
said, quote, "Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content." Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a count.
Oh, Ethan, you're so fucking funny, dude. Yeah, it's blatant. It's so blatant. It is so obvious And this is going to be a slam dunk.
Down timer, so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done.
I'm drinking. I'm crushing LaCroix.
Right? You look better.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this. I have an alternate.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know.
No understanding of what she's doing at all. Like, that is such an obvious trap that she fell into. That's crazy.
Come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video,
it's how like empowered they feel to be able to do this, and there's not going to be any consequence. This is why I think some people are saying this is going to change YouTube forever, because there is consequence.
Follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here, because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan Content Nuke Watch Party. A watch party? I don't think that's fair use. Now, Denims, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I just want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends.
She's so stupid. I can't believe how dumb. Oh my God. This might be some sort of medical ailment here. This is an extreme level of stupid. This is bad. This is so incredibly stupid. Like, I'm kind of concerned for like a medical issue.
So you want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos. And they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm sure
From the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like.
Okay,
if someone watches...
That's kind of true right there. That's probably the smartest thing that she said, is that there's certain types of people who like someone else finding all the videos for them and curating them. There's a niche for that, 100%, a big one.
Content, I already said this. If someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily...
It also depends on if you're going to give like credit, right? Or so like in my videos, I'll tag the creator in the title and then I put them in the description as well when I do shorts reactions. That way, in one click, you can end up on that person's page. So we try and send as much love to people who are allowing us to use their videos on my channel as possible. So, you know, it's a fun internet transaction.
Necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That, my friend, is called theft. And you're a thief. And now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've
That's what I've been saying.
Gotten.
Right
that
there.
She thinks she can go out in public on video and say like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it.
Yep, not a
3
crime.
separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses. Now, I want to make it clear again, And I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use, they also did it maliciously.
Yeah, no,
and that's the part that really got me. I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing, and that's fine. And I would never sue someone for that. Take it to these 3 absolute morons to state their intention to steal my property on video. You know, and to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say. I don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
Fucking ice cold, dude. I can't wait to see the conclusion of this. It could take a long time. That's how these lawsuits go down, man. But Ethan is a lot more well-versed, and I think that he's going to crush them in court. And he might crush them swiftly. We'll see what type of fight they put up. I like that ending. Like, hey, yeah, if you want to donate to their GoFundMes, I'll take your money.